1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. One, two, three. So let's actually wait for like 5 minutes before we will actually continue. So for the people to come, and then we will continue the presentation itself. All right, let's actually start the topic today. So today's topic is we're going to talk regarding the low latency live streaming and why is it important. So I'm going to show you the quick example of the live streaming. So the two most critical aspects regarding the live streaming is first one is the low latency and the second one is the streaming itself. So let's actually dive into the agenda of today's meeting, the webinar that we're going to have. The first one is we're going to actually explain you the protocols which actually exist on the market right now and which you can actually freely use. The second one is we're going to explain you the difference of those protocols, why they're better, why they're worse, and how do they work. So which one you need to choose. So for instance, one of them is the FLV, another one is LL-HLS, low latency HLS, another one is WebRTC, or the normal HLS. How do you know which one to choose? We're going to talk regarding this. Then we're going to show you the quick integration and the implementation. We will discuss the practical insights of the integration of these technologies and, of course, the streaming platform. And then at the end, we're going to have the Q&A session where we open the floor to your question, our panel of like experts, which is me. So let's actually start the webinar. Let me launch my presentation. Share the screen. All right, here we are. Perfect. So let's actually start the stream. So let me explain you the protocols that we're going to use. The first one is, of course, in order to start the live stream, in order to send the live stream, you need to have the camera. So here is the actually scheme of how to work. So you have the camera, then that camera is actually sends the stream into the encoder. Encoder could be the hardware or the software. On that encoder you choose the protocol. It could be the RTMP, and you choose the codec, and then it actually processes the video and sends to the CDN. CDN is the content delivery network. Let me also explain you the quick start of how does the internet work, so you understand the difference on the protocols, why some of them are actually slower, some of them are faster. So the data on the internet is actually submitted through the UDP or the TCP protocols. The UDP protocol is actually what it does. It's constantly sending the packets of the data through the internet. It doesn't care if the packet is lost or anything like that. It's not going to resubmit it. So that's why the video is mainly, most of the time, is using the UDP transfer protocol in order to actuate it, in order to have the low latency. The TCP on the side is not going to lose. If you're going to choose the TCP, it's not going to lose anything in between, simply because it's going to resubmit the packet which was lost. So here is the protocols. So you can see there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them, and each of them has the unique delay. For instance, the RTMP can have the delay between 1 to 2 seconds. The HTTP, which consists of the three protocols, has the delay of 6 to 40 seconds. The quick around 13 seconds, and WebRTC is 0.1 to 1 second. And the SRT is of course is like between the 2 and 6 seconds. So right now let's actually talk more details of the protocols and why they're important and what is their advantages. So let's start from the first one. It's actually was developed in around 2002. It's actually designed for the high performance of transmission of the audio, video, and the data between of the server and the client. And you will be surprised, but it actually was developed by the Adobe Flash player. So as you know, right now, the modern browsers, they do not actually support the Adobe Flash player anymore. But this live streaming is still actually using the protocol. So the second one is also based on the Flash. It's the real-time streaming protocol, RTSP. It was designed in back 1998. That protocol is actually mainly used by the security cameras. So I don't really actually recommend you use either the RTMP or the RTSP. The best one nowadays is actually the HLS. So if you can actually directly push the HLS to the server, you can create the HLS stream on your encoder. It will actually cut your budget, and you can actually have in more control of the situation. So the HLS is actually that was actually developed by the Apple, and it segments the media file into the small chunks, allowing adaptive streaming for varying network conditions. Of course, this is the most popular, like the most of the streaming which you see is actually distributed by the by the HLS protocol. The second one, of course, is a Dash, which is called dynamic adaptive streaming over the HTTP. That works across also multiple devices and platforms. It adapts the changing network condition by dynamically adjusting quality of the video streams. I would say that that stream it's not actually very popular and it's not actually supported on most of the devices. I would still recommend you to use the HLS. And the quick, of course, it's the protocol which is sending the packets, which was developed by the Google, obviously, and aims to improve the upon traditional protocols like TCP and UDP by reducing the latency and improving security. And the WebRTC, of course, this is the best protocol. Like if you have the casino, if you have the gambling, you can use the protocol for enabling almost the real-time transmission. So this is the protocol. So let's say that in order to publish the video itself, you need to have the camera. Then in between, you need to have the encoder. Encoders could be the software, for example, the OBS Studio, or it could be the hardware. Then your encoder, you choose the protocol, which one you want to submit the stream to the CDN, and you choose the codec. So what we are recommending, we actually recommend you to have the HLS, and we actually recommend you to have the new coder, which is called H.265. The difference is in between of them. So here you can see the protocols, and here you can see the containers, and here you can see the codec. The difference between the H.264 and H.265 is actually of the compression. So let's say that you have the stream of YouTube stream, and you're downloading it, like you're watching it over the H.264 codec. You're going to consume around, if you're going to switch to H.265, you're going to consume less traffic, around 30 to 50% less traffic, because it's a newer protocol. It actually has the newer algorithm of compression. So that's why we actually highly recommend to have that protocol. But the main drawback of that new protocol, not the older devices, they do not support it. So which means is that if your project, which is actually planning to launch the live stream, if you have a lot of old devices, they might not work. Simply, they will not be able to watch your live stream. Same is also regarding the FLV. For instance, if you choose the FLV protocol, which means is that on some of the devices like iPhone, you will not be able to watch that stream. But on the Android phones, it's very easy to watch. Same thing is regarding the different protocols. For instance, the RTMP, you will not be able to watch that protocol without the special application on the iPhone or on the Android. So what we do is we recommend you to publish your stream. Like if you can create the HLS on your, if you can push the HLS on your encoder, do so. If you don't have that option, choose the RTMP, and then the CDN is actually will convert on our side the RTMP into the HLS, and we will provide you the link. So later on, we'll actually show you the examples of how it works and of how it works. Let me dive into the map that we have. So like the map consists of around 200,000 servers that we actually own by the company that we're going to represent today. Also, the most interesting part, in order for the media streaming or the media acceleration or the in general I mean, like in general, to have like great coverage, like the server must be placed in the country of the present. So we have the services located in all over the globe. So that's why we actually have the possibility to deliver the high quality stream. So let's actually compare the China, like I did for one of our clients whom we are actually helping the acceleration. So you can actually check on the left side is the client whom we are helping to accelerate his content inside the China. And on the right side, it's also the client who is not using the China premium zone. So as you can see, the difference is huge. So if you're using the CDN, if you're using content delivery network, it actually helps you to get the content faster and quicker to your end users. So if the content is loading slower, so which means is you have the high chance of losing the customers. So this is the main issue. And of course, like, the live streaming consists of the many things. Like, for instance, you have the TikTok, which is using the live streaming as well. We have the live show. We have, like, we can also do the online shopping. We can also do the gaming, and of course the education. All of these major parts consist of the live streaming. So the live streaming is a crucial part of our life. And then we have, of course, the OTT live streaming. OTT means the platform like the Netflix, the Hulu, where you actually can watch the broadcasting online channels or to consume the video on demand, like the movies, for instance. So let me actually dive into this is the explanation of how it works. So again, we have the camera. The camera, then we have the encoder where we choose the protocol. Then on our side, we can actually help you to do the many things. Like, for instance, when you publish the video, you only have the one quality, the highest one. It will not degrade at all. So if you want your users to choose the many qualities of the video, what you can do is we can help you with the transcoding. That's actually very simple. And so what it means is we provide you the different qualities of the video. Then if you need the storage, no problem. You can actually store your videos. You can record your videos to our platform. Or if you have very bad quality of the video, so what we can actually help you is we can actually help you to improve this via the AI. So all of these features is actually helping you to earn money. So what it means is that our solution is mainly designed for the businesses which actually wants to have the live stream. Like, for instance, today we're going to show you how to do this, and it's actually very easy. Like, the live streaming is actually very easy. Let me show you how the live streaming is actually performed in the real time, so you'll have the clear understanding of how it works. Wait, hold on. Let me try. Let me share my whole screen. Okay, so I hope you can see my screen right now. Here is the dashboard of our partners which are using their platform for the CDN distribution. And here we're choosing, it's actually very simple to create your first live stream. So what we need to do is we need to click create channel. We need to name the channel. Let's say like live test live broadcast. Then we need to click link settings and choose the domain. Because I already have on my platform many domains added, I will choose my test one, which is push.nsh.su. So what you need to do this, of course, you need to add the domain in advance, or you can actually ask our support and we'll actually help you to do so. That's not an issue. And then what you do is you can simply click save, and you're almost ready for your first broadcasting. So let me actually start the broadcast. I will show you which software we need to use. And a part of the software, you will see how it works. I will show you the monitoring, I will show you the code, and I will show you everything. So it's actually quite interesting. So we have created our first channel, and of course it's right now the status of the channel is inactive. So in order to make it active, so what we need is we need to click here on the start button. Then we need to choose the encoder, because here we're going to use the third-party encoder, which means that we're going to use the software encoder. And later I will show you what is that, which program I'm using, and so on. So look, we have the instruction here, add the video and audio source on encoder. So let's actually add it. It's actually very simple. Let's copy. So let's actually first let me copy the preview, so you have the idea later, and let's copy the server information. Then we need to download the special software, which is called OBS. OBS is the special, it's a free software which actually helps you to broadcast the live stream. So what you do is you can connect your camera up here. Like in my case, I just included the time, so you can actually check the delay between of the stream and the server. Like we will check this later, so you have the idea of what is our delay at the moment and how it works. So here, look, we need to click the setting. Then we need to go to the stream, and here we need to use the custom. After we have chosen, we need to copy here the server that we have gotten here. We need to copy it up here. Then we need to click apply and OK. So right now, in order to start the broadcast, you need to click only one button, start streaming. Let's actually do this right now. And here we will see the green, which is actually confirming that everything is all right and working perfectly for us. Here we see the dropped frames is 0, which is perfect for us. So as long as we see that the drop frames is actually increasing number, it's actually quite bad. So we need to debug. So you need to contact your support in order to understand in more details what is actually happening. We will help you with this. We have the dedicated team of the professionals. So right now we have published the stream into the server, and right now let's actually check that. In order to do so, we can copy the preview URL. Let's open it, reload, and we're going to see the chat which have enabled early, and we're going to see the counter of the users, like how many users are actually watching this at the moment. And we're going to see the live stream. So let me actually reload the page. It should be fine. Give me a second. All right. Let me test the chat. Yes, the chat is working. So that's how you can actually use this. So you can actually share that URL. So you can actually share that URL so that people can actually already start chatting here. And of course, like if you don't like this URL, you can actually switch that to yours. And now I will show you how to check the stream. It's actually very simple. We need to go here. We can see right now the status is the broadcasting. Let's go into the monitor. Okay, perfect. Here we're going to see all of the real-time streaming monitor. So we're going to see all the frames, bitrate, frame loss, any problems that actually occurs, you're going to see it here. So everything is related. All of the issues, they will be recorded here. So wait, hold on. Why my stream is not working? Let me Let me relaunch that. Wait, hold on. Okay, I just relaunched that. It should work because I see the status is the in broadcasting. Okay, let me actually show you how we can actually check how we can actually pull the stream. So the stream is that we can actually pull the many protocols. So we can actually pull the RTMP, or we can pull the FLV, or we can pull the adaptive stream rate. So let's actually start with the FLV. It's actually very easy. In order to pull that, we need to have the special software called VLC. Let's input the link here, and we're going to see the stream. So let's actually, right now we're using the .flv protocol. Let's compare the time, like the seconds that we have in between. As you can see, as I see, it's around 3-second delay. It's actually pretty good. Mostly of the CDNs, like for instance, the HLS, they have the delay around 40 seconds, and the FLV, the protocol itself, the like the package, the container itself, which is using the RTMP, is having only around the 3-second delay, which is like super cool, which is like amazing, I could say. Of course, like we can also check the RTMP. Let's try to pull with the RTMP. And here is the RTMP pool. And delays also regarding the 5-second, around the 5 to 6 seconds. As you can see, the FLV it's like the best protocol. Of course, like if you compare the WebRTC, it will show even lower delay. Let's actually do this. Like, I'm not sure that we have that. Pum, 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 pum. Wait, here it should be. Here is the player, which will show the adaptive stream. Yeah, of course, like you can actually even build the player itself. You can you can have like all the stats up here. So the thing is that it's actually very simple to start your first live stream. It's actually very simple. You can actually share it like that. You have it all of it here. So, like for example, if you want to create the broadcast with the password, you can simply choose it here and choose the password. If you want to have the LDAP authentication, you can also have it. It's like we can connect it with your organization. Of course, like if you don't want your users to have the password protection, you cannot use it. Now, also the important part of the protection, mostly of the streaming, they're using the the DRM protection. The DRM protection is actually used for the anti-piracy. So what it means that it actually protects your live stream. All right. So that's all for the live streaming. As you can see, it's actually very easy to create, and it's actually very easy to manage. So in order to stop that, you need to just click the stop button, and the live stream will stop. So the mostly of the live channel is doing like that. So as you can see, the TV channel, they're doing exactly the same thing. So they have the encoder, they click the input, the CDN server inside, and then they click the start streaming, and the start streaming is actually started. So this is the thing of the streaming. And of course, this is the live streaming. The video on demand is a bit different, but also like has the similar logic. Like for instance, the video on demand has the you can technically, you should have the storage in order to store your files. It could be either the storage provided by ourselves, or it could be the client storage. And then of course you upload there the content, and then you connect there the CDN, and then the videos, they're actually distributed through the network of our CDN. Let me show you the network that we have again. You need to check that we have actually quite big network. So you can almost find all of the countries here. Almost all of the countries we have the server in. So your content will be distributed from the closest server to the user. That's why the speed will be very high. Um, yes, of course, like here is how our live streaming works. We have the we can provide you the screenshot, we can provide you the recording of the stream, we can provide you the storage, we can even provide you the DVR called the time shifting. It's when you actually have the live stream, and you can actually scroll back. We can actually have the screenshot of the video. Why do you need to have the screenshot? For instance, we have the special solution which can analyze the content of the on the picture. Like for instance, if it's an adult content, so we can actually forbid the live streaming. So it's actually very we have that solution, which is using the AI. We also have the DRM, we also have the DDoS protection, we also have the watermark protection, and of course the analysis. Like we have all of that. So let me walk you through the features that we support. Of course, it's the CDN live streaming. Of course, it's the transcoding. We can actually help you to get the many different qualities. Then LBHD, it actually means that we can get you the high quality from the lower quality. So which means is we have our AI machine which will help you to get the higher quality. We can actually get you the screenshot of your video. We can actually help you to get the DRM protection, and of course the watermark, live recording, and of course the restreaming, VOD streaming, and so on, so on. Of course, the most important part is that what we help, like we help with the global delivery. So this is the example of how the LBHD works. So as you can see, the initial bitrate was around 19,343 kilobyte, and we actually got the same quality without reducing it into the 9,757 kilobytes. So as you can see, almost twice as low and the same quality, exactly the same one. So let me actually show you our most important feature is what we have at the moment, and I'm actually very proud of that. So here is what we have, and what we can actually provide is we can actually provide the unique access into the China zone. So what it means is that imagine that you have the users located in China. And in order for those Chinese users to access your content, which you either the website or you have the live stream, they will not be able to access it without the delay, without the buffering. And we have the services inside the China, and we can actually help you to deliver the content inside the China. We have this road. We have the special solution. So we are actually proud of this. So the initial picture which I was showing you up here, that picture is also, that was the picture of the quality of the distribution of the domain which has the China acceleration zone, and this is domain which doesn't have the China acceleration zone. That this is the point of the CDN. That's how we actually helping. Yeah, like as for now, I guess maybe if you have the questions, like I will be happy to answer them. Of course, like you may ask whatever you want in the comments of the video. Mm, yeah, like I will be glad to answer them. um yeah, let's wait for the questions which are open. In case you have no questions, we will just proceed with the yeah. Let's wait. um okay, as far as I see, there are like actually no questions. um I guess that thank you everybody who actually attended the meeting itself. I hope that was very useful for yourself. You actually learn a lot of new things, and thank you very much and have a great day ahead.